Pathfinders, we are getting ready to be in Jamaica. What is happening there? To celebrate the 5th Inter-American Division, Camp Paris. You cannot afford to miss it. Please come along. Yes, we're going to have honors. We're going to have a pin trading. We're going to have friendship, social, meeting together throughout all the entire territory of Inter-American Division. When? Next year, 2023. You cannot afford to miss it, Pathfinders. Be a part. Come. Let's go to Jamaica. Yay.
Hello and welcome to Defining Your Health. I am your host, Chantel Neal, and I want to introduce to you my guest that's with me today, Miss Kay Alamina. Welcome, Miss Kay.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Pleasure's all mine.
To our viewers at home, whichever platform you're watching us from, be it YouTube, Facebook, or Channel 98, thank you so much for joining us again. Our guest for today is, I call her a health expert, health guru, and of course we are here with another exciting conversation. Today we're looking at the food pyramid. We started this series a few weeks ago along with Mr. Massa, and she had focused on legumes, and now we are moving on to the second part where Miss Kay will be speaking on vegetables and its importance. Miss Kay, before we begin, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Neal, Ms. Chantal, for inviting me to be on the show this morning. And good morning to our listeners, our viewers, wherever platform you're listening to us. And it's a pleasure to be here again, talking about something that I love very much, salads and the value of salads. Well, I am an educator, a Seventh-day Adventist, a mother, and someone who loves the Lord.
So wonderful. For you all who don't know, this is Ms. Kay's first time here on our show, so we are excited that she's here with us, and one of my very own mentors when it comes to living healthy and embracing a healthy lifestyle. Ms. Kay, I've seen you, I've watched you over the years. Sometimes I'm driving down from home and Ms. Kay is there on the highway, committed to her exercise every single day. What got you into living a healthy lifestyle?
Well, as a child, I always loved beauty. I like people looking good, feeling good. And then I always thought that if you practice something that you become. They say whatever you feed your mind or you feed, that's what you become. So I always enjoy looking at beauty and seeing how everything works and what makes things good. I was very curious. I liked health. I like medicine. I didn't want to be a doctor, but I wanted to be someone who would feed somebody and dress them up and send them out to the ball. So that's what, growing up, that's what got me into healthy living. And again, healthy living is also the right arm of Seventh-day Adventists. So that is another reason why I'm even more into healthy living.
Yes, and as you can clearly see, I will not ask her age, but it seems to me like Miss Kay has not been aging at all.
What is it?
Could I safely say that healthy living has been the secret for you?
It has, and because we are what we eat, and that's a true statement, and that's a true saying. Whatever you put into your body, that's what you get out. And I believe in eating healthy. I mean, like the 80-20, they said there's a formula, 80-20. You eat healthy 80% of the time, and 20% of the time you can splurge. And I believe in that because I like snacks. I am a junkie for snacks.
Ms. Kay, what was one of the things? What was one of the things you think was beneficial in helping you to come this far along the journey?
Consistency.
Of healthy living, yes.
Of health, I think consistency. Growing up as a child, I liked everything that young children like, but one thing I love exercise. I was always called, they would say I was too active, and I always said I spoke a lot. They used to call me the nuns. I went to an all-girls school, and the nuns used to call me chatterbox, and some other name that I was always on the go.
Yeah.
So then, and I enjoy running. I never wanted to sit down and play board games. I wanted to be, we had something we called Chinese skip and long jumps. I don't think they had that in Belize, but we used to jump from very high ropes and spin over. I used to love to do that, and I love running. So getting into a teenager and adulthood, I just kept doing it. And I'm getting older, but I still do it, and I still enjoy doing it. It clears my mind every morning. And
this is so true. This is so true. You know, as busy moms, sometimes we use the excuse and we say, we don't have the time. We don't have the time. As a busy mom, you're a teacher, as you've said before. How do you find the time to fit in exercise?
Well, exercise is a commitment and a dedication. What I've trained myself to do is to wake up 1 hour earlier than the rest of the world. I wake up sometimes at 3 a.m. or at 4 a.m. If I wake up at 3 a.m., I give God thanks, I take an hour with my devotion, then 4 o'clock I do what I need to do and I hit the road. If not, if I wake up 4 o'clock, I pray, maybe I cut it a little shorter, then I do what I have to do and I hit the road. So that's me time. Because as parents, as teachers, we need to find time for ourselves. If you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody. So you have to start loving yourself, and then you can pass on that love to whoever is around you.
Wonderful. That's
and love
so
is
true.
contagious.
That's so true. That's true. And that's a lesson for me, because even though some people have the idea that if you're thin, you don't need to exercise, but I tend to disagree. Because exercise is not just for losing weight, you know, it's to keep your body balanced. It's good for the mind, it's good for the heart, you know, everything to function. But again, our focus is not exercise today. We just want to talk a little bit about Mrs. Kay, her whole regime, her whole, what's the word?
Routine.
Routine. And we want to focus a little bit on the importance of vegetables. So as we're moving along, a healthy lifestyle is wonderful. But sometimes it's challenging when it's only you in the household that is trying to keep up with a healthy lifestyle. Tell us about what that experience is like.
Well, at home, at my mother's home, we lived a healthy lifestyle. My mom was a Seventh-day Adventist, and virtually we lived a healthy lifestyle. But when I went on my own, my husband is not what you'd call a typical healthy lifestyle husband.
Okay.
But when I had kids, I insisted that I took over that section of their life. He controlled the purse strings, that's fine. But I took over everything else that had to do with my kids. So my kids grew up knowing healthy lifestyle. Exercise, eating right, doing the right thing. They had junk like all the other kids, but they always had balanced meal. There was no meal without a salad.
Wow.
And if there was nothing in the fridge, there was always a bowl of salad. And the salad can be a lot of things. And salad is creative. It doesn't have to be structured. It is a creative thing that you can do with whatever time, whatever you have in your refrigerator. It doesn't have to be salad, cucumber, and lettuce. You can be very creative and very expressive when it comes to salad making.
Awesome, awesome. And that would be so helpful for those picky eaters, or those people who might say, oh, I'm bored of just eating lettuce, cucumber, and tomatoes. You know, trying out new salads would be a good thing to put into your weekly menus.
Yes.
You know, so we will be seeing a few of those later on in the program today. But as we move along, I want to talk about one more thing before we get directly into the topic. Why do you think it's important for us to invest in our health? Intentionally invest in our health, because we say it a lot of times, but we don't invest in our health. You know, we just go and pick things, and we feel like we're, you know, doing a lot when we aren't doing anything. We're not consistent. We're not buying the right things that we should be buying on all of this. Why is it important for us to invest in our health?
Well, as you just said you spoke about consistency. Number one, consistency. We know that things are expensive, people don't have much money, but you have to make a considerable or a deliberate effort that this is what I'm going to do. Your health is your greatest wealth, and that cannot be more emphasized than that. So, you go to the supermarket, but before you go to the market, we can all go to the market, to your local market. You can go to Finnegan Market, you can go to the different markets they're around. You go, you pick up. A carrot is carrots are $1.25 a pound. You can buy 2 pounds of carrot, that's only $2.50. It's far better than buying $2 Chinese chicken or the 2 packets of ramen. That's the beginning. I'm just beginning like that. You can buy 2 pounds of carrots. You could buy cucumbers sometimes at 25 cents a pound. You could take $1 and have 4 pounds of cucumber. Lettuce is only $2.50 for a head of the local lettuce. So these are the basics. So you can buy that and you can incorporate that into your rice and your beans, your starches. Then you have your protein. And if you can't afford to do all of that, some people, as Seventh-day Adventists, we advocate non-meat. But it's better you have a little piece of home-cooked chicken than you have nothing at all. Then you have just plain rice.
Yes.
Or because you don't want to eat meat. But this is where we begin. We begin with small steps. If you only like carrot, today you grate some carrot in your child's food. Have a little piece of carrot, squeeze a little lime, a little bit of salt. So you're going to have that. Tomorrow you try the lettuce, and it's step by step. And by the time you know it, you're having a whole bowl of salad, and the kids are enjoying the salads.
Wonderful. You said a mouthful there, and as you're saying these words, I'm making a mental note because I'm a mom.
Yes.
A mom of 2, and it's challenging sometimes to have everything ready and prepared, and sometimes you eat a meal with just rice because you run out of time to make the salad.
Yes. Yeah.
And so this is where prepping or preparing ahead of time comes in.
Yes.
You know, you make your salad, you set it aside, you already know you're going to need that for the evening meal.
Yes.
You know, so prepping ahead, I think, is very beneficial.
And it's good
that
to
way you're not
incorporate the kids.
that way you're not buying things off the street. That's what catches us a lot of times. Because we're not prepared for the week in terms of meals and food. We don't go at the store with a list of things you'll purchase and projecting for what you'll be making for the week. Some people go and buy one thing per day per meals. Preparing ahead is a benefit because it will help us to be ready when it comes to meal making. And that's what I'm hearing from you, right?
Yes,
You're saying that you go to the market, you purchase your vegetables, and you have everything ready when it's time for you to make your salad, when it's time for you to make a meal. You're not running around trying to figure out what I'm going to make today, what I'm going to make tomorrow. We always fall into this trap because we end up just pulling anything that's available and the meal isn't balanced, right? Go ahead.
Sorry. When my kids were little, I would have them every Thursday. They put a list on the fridge what they need to eat. Because I go to the market on a Thursday, and salads were always, because my son always ate a lot of salads, and he liked corn. So what you can do too, I forgot to say that you only have lettuce. You get some corn, boiled corn, and you throw it in with the lettuce. The kids like corn, they will eat it.
Yes.
So they would have to write a list on the fridge every Thursday morning that Mom, for Sunday and the rest of the meal, I want to eat this. This is what I feel. I don't care whatever it is. And then I work around that. And the salads were always, always, always available. So that you can do to get the kids involved. Tell them what they want to eat. And once they feel they're part of it, they're going to enjoy the meal that you prepared for them.
Wonderful.
And kids are hard to eat salad, but once you get them involved, have them take your 3-year-old, your 5-year-old, your 15-year-old, your 20-year-old, cut up the carrots, grate the carrots for me, cut up the lettuce, There's a lot, fruits, you can incorporate fruits. And now we are into the festive season, you can incorporate cranberries, pecans, walnuts, all of that into your salads.
You're getting me hungry, Anna. You're getting me hungry. I'm not sure if our viewers their stomachs are, you're getting hungry, but Miss Kay has a little treat that we're gonna delve into a little later today in our program. But as we're moving along, we want to get into this may sound redundant, or the question may sound, like we already have the answer to that, but do we really have the answer? Why are vegetables important for our bodies? Why do we need to be consuming vegetables daily? It's not a 1 week thing. It's not I don't feel like it, but why is it something we must be consuming every single day as much as we can in every single meal?
And to just backtrack, remember the Garden of Eden. God never intended for us to eat everything else. He wanted us to fruits, vegetables, and nuts. And vegetables, actually, it's also very low in calories. And if you want to maintain, let's begin with that one, a healthy weight, incorporating vegetables, because it's very low in your caloric intake. So the more vegetables you eat, like I said, on a normal plate, half of that plate should be vegetables. A quarter should be your protein, the other quarter should be your starches. Belizeans, we like rice, so a quarter of that plate should be rice, the other quarter should be whether it's beans or vegetables, and the other beans or whatever protein, chicken, whatever protein that you see, and the other half should be loaded with vegetables.
Yes.
Vegetables can be pumpkin, vegetables can be like what you can use as vegetable corn, as I said. It could be the normal salad, but it doesn't always have to be lettuce, carrot, and cucumbers. This is what or tomatoes. It can be anything that falls within that vegetable, that pyramid of the vegetables. Green and leafy vegetables, they are excellent in vitamin A, which is good for our eyes. It prevents us from, as we get older, we lose our sight. It's called generated eyesight loss. Vitamin A, the green and leafy vegetables, allows us to have our eyesight a little longer. We have the green and leafy vegetables. They are the ones that give us vitamin C, vitamin D. We need that. And we have broccoli, very high in calcium.
Yes.
And with vitamin D, the vitamin D helps break down the calcium. So broccoli also contains a lot of calcium and also contains vitamin C as much as an orange. And in Belize, we are blessed. We are living in God's country. We need to be healthy people.
Yes.
And before I go on, they said almost 30% of our population suffers from diabetes. We shouldn't have that, because diabetes is a lifestyle change. It's a lifestyle. It's not about because you're predisposed. That too, but we can also reverse the diabetes.
Amen, amen. I'm happy that you said that, because we are eating our way to our graves. We are eating our way to our graves. And many times the mothers who have this responsibility of preparing the meals, we have the responsibility of buying the food. So we have a big task in our hands. Yes. And it's the mothers, we are the ones who are the cooks. So what we make is what the family will eat. And so we need to be the ones to be preparing the right meals for our family to be healthy. But sometimes we get tired, and sometimes we want to find the easy way out, and we prepare anything, and unconsciously sometimes not realizing how detrimental it is to the home, to the family. So we must take into consideration the meals that we're preparing. One thing I want to add, Miss Kay, is that your vegetable can be raw or your vegetable can be cooked. And I know that you alluded to that just now.
Yes.
Here in Belize, we feel like your salad is just lettuce, cucumber, and tomato, like you've been saying.
Yes.
But we'll get to find out that you can do so much with vegetables.
You can do so much,
you can do so much with a salad.
Yes.
Pumpkin.
Yes.
Another one, you can do spinach.
Spinach is high in vitamin A.
That's another way. It doesn't have to be a literal raw salad that
Yes.
you're eating.
But the raw it is, the better it is for you.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
But Belizeans, I shouldn't say Belizeans, a lot of people tend not to like raw vegetables. They want their broccoli cooked and they want to pour on butter. No, you don't need all this fancy Thousand Island dressing or all those creamy dressings. That spoils the salad. If you put a little bit of lime, a little bit of olive oil and salt or vinaigrette, and that's perfect, because all of these things you can spoil all the nutrients by loading it with butter or loading it up with dressing. I go to sometimes I go to a dinner or something, I see people, they load in their plate of vegetables, but then they pour on the dressing. Yeah. Then defeats the purpose.
I guess it gives it a little bit more taste, because sometimes it has a bland taste. But if your palate is already used to eating salads daily, it's going to be an easy thing.
It's going to be an easy thing.
But for a beginner, somebody who's we are at that beginner mode like all our life, because we don't go beyond trying it without the dressing. I want to ask another question. How many, what's the daily consumption of vegetables we should be taking in?
If I remember clearly, it said that we should have 3 to 5 servings of vegetables. And a serving, like a cup, is like a size of the size of a deck of cards.
Okay.
That's a serving, and they have some servings that are like the size of a golf ball. So all of these, you have 3 to 5 like of vegetables. It's like a half of your plate, and you can stretch that over 3 meals.
Yeah.
You know, and then you get your daily consumption of your nutritional value of the vegetables that you need, because your body needs it. It needs to break down, to rejuvenate the cells. We need the vegetables for that. We need our vegetables for our eyesight. Yes. We need the vegetables for our skin, and that's one of the biggest organs. And we need the vegetables for that. We need like some of the watery vegetables like cucumbers, watercress. But if you put in the fruit, you have watermelon. All these, you have kale. You have arugula. All these vegetables are also good for the skin. It keeps the skin lithe. It keeps the skin supple. Yes. And these are, because no matter what you put on the outside, is what you feed in the inside that
so true
comes out on the outside.
So true. And sometimes you may say, man, these things are expensive, but consider your doctor bill.
Yes, my mom always says that.
Consider your doctor bill. You know, instead of taking $40, sitting down and eating a whole list of things that is not beneficial for your body, invest that money into a can of nuts or into a healthy meal, healthy items to put in your meal. When you go to the doctor, it's not $40.
No, just
consultation is 60. Not even consultation anymore. Yes. Consultation is $60.
$60.
So it's better for us to invest in our health while we have health.
While we have health.
Let's not wait until we're on our sick beds to want to pump all the monies to try to rejuvenate back our health.
What we've lost.
Yes. So,
and God created us wonderfully. Once we take care of our bodies, because remember He said our bodies is the temple of God. So once we take care of that temple, we will see the benefits of it.
Of course.
And we have something we call New Start. Nutrition. And exercise. We have water. We need to consume at least 6 glasses of water, but at least they say 1 ounce for every pound of your body.
Yes.
So if you're 139 pounds, you have to drink at least 139 ounces. And 16 ounces make 16 ounces is 1 cup. So you can, the viewers, you can try to divide that and multiply it whilst you're listening. And we have sunshine. Some people believe that we need to be in the sun all the time, but we only need 15 minutes of sunlight.
Look at that.
From 7 to 10 in the morning. After that, you don't need sunlight again. And because we are darker skin, or the darker skin that you are, your body takes a little longer to break it down, but 15 minutes of sunlight in the morning is good for what you need, vitamin D.
Yes.
So this is, and we have temperance, we have all those sorts of things that we can do. Air, this is the best things in life are free. Air, that is free. But make sure when you take in air, there are quite a lot of trees around you because the trees balances the atmosphere.
Yep.
So always remember that too. The city is a jungle. It's a concrete jungle. The further we are from the city, the better off we are.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You've said a mouthful there, Miss Kay. And as we are segueing, as we're going into our break at this time, I just want to leave you with these few words. Health benefits, it says here, eating a diet rich in vegetables and fruits as a part of an overall healthy diet may reduce the risk of heart disease, including a heart attack or a stroke. Eating a diet rich in vegetables and fruits as a part of an overall healthy diet may protect against certain type of cancers.
Yes.
Adding vegetables help increase fiber and potassium, which many people do not get enough of.
Yes.
So with all that said, we have a wonderful presentation that will come on right after our break. Miss Kate went into her kitchen. She's going to be presenting a salad for you, and so we will have that, and then after that video is finished, then we will come back to wrap up the show for today. But with that, we want to pause now and go into our break, and we will be right back.
Youth Come Alive wants to wish you and your family season's greetings and a prosperous new year.
May love come alive within your hearts this Christmas.
May your desire be to put a smile on every face you see.
May hope fill each room that you enter and bring joy to those you hold dear.
Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
Why do we worship? 1 Chronicles 16:23. Sing to the Lord, all the earth. Proclaim his salvation day after day. Declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous deeds among all people. For great is the Lord, and most worthy of his praise. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols. Worship the Lord in the splendor of his holiness. Tremble before him, all the earth. So why do we worship? We worship to place adoration on who God is in our lives. He is love. He is peace. He is joy. He is the reason that we worship.
Season greetings here from Hour of Power. We're very happy that you guys could have joined us throughout this year. We now are in the Christmas season, and we want to remind you that the reason for the season is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
The prophet Isaiah says that a child was born and a son was given to us, whose name is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
You know, Emmanuel, God with us. So we're very thankful that you could have joined us throughout this year. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing this program. Thank you for all those who supported us through the financial contribution. We're very grateful. It is because of you all that we are able to continue having this program. So we're very happy. Also, on behalf of Central Belize Mission, season's greetings, and we pray that God may continue to bless you, richly bless you throughout the following year, 2023.
Yes, I don't know about you, Pastor, but Christmas is my favorite time of the year. The atmosphere is different. It seems like everyone is more loving, more caring. They're always smiling.
Amen.
All the lights that people put on their home. This is my favorite time, and especially the food.
Amen.
Especially the food. Something about Christmas, every time you go, any house you visit, they're giving you cake, soft drink, food. I know come January, I have to start run even more. So season's greetings, always remember that Jesus is the reason for this season. God bless.
God bless you.
Welcome back to our program for today. You are watching the Adventist Television Network, and this is Defining Your Health. I'm joined here with Miss Kay Alamina, health guru, health expert. And in the first half of our program, we were able to discuss a whole lot about when it comes to living a healthy lifestyle, as well as vegetables. We also spoke a little bit about salads, and I'm hoping that you enjoyed that beautiful video that was shared. We went in her kitchen, and she was able to prepare a few salads for us via the video. But now we want to move a little further, Miss Kay. We spoke a lot about vegetable salad, but we must let our viewers know that fruit salads are important as well.
Very important.
A lot of times we may just eat one fruit.
Yeah.
But what's the benefit of eating several fruits together?
And they said variety is the spice of life. So the more the colorful your salads or your fruit bowl is, the better off you are. The more nutrition you get: vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E. You have vitamin K, which aids with the clotting of blood. We have all those fruit, and we have all those kinds of fruits in Belize. Later on, we'll give you which one has which vitamins, but you can also double check it yourself. But the more colorful it is, the better off you are. For example, and remember, salads are not just vegetables. You can also incorporate fruits. You can have a tropical fruit salad. You have mangoes, you have bananas. These are very high in fructose, very high in sugars, but it doesn't matter. You have some mangoes, some banana, and you have some oranges, grapefruit. That's a tropical salad. Or you can do one with berries. If you can't afford it, you can do just berries. Raspberry, strawberry, blueberry, all the berries. You can do that. And all these are colorful, and they said blueberry is quite very helpful for us, especially the blueberries. So the more colorful your fruit bowl is, or your salad bowl, the more beneficial it is. There are red onions. You can chop up your red onions in your fruit salad or even in your vegetable salad. So there's a lot we can do. Salads are not structured. It allows you, again, as I said earlier, to be creative, to be yourself, to be whoever you want to be when it comes to salads. There's pasta salads. You can have some whole wheat salad or white salad, incorporate fruit and vegetables in that too. So it's very creative. So do not keep to, oh, my salad has to be lettuce, tomato, cucumbers. No, your salad can be anything you want it to be once you incorporate color and healthy living into it.
You see why she's a health guru? She comes alive when she has the opportunity to speak about health, and that's what I appreciate about you, Miss Kay, because we sometimes take things for granted, and one of the things we take for granted a lot is our health. You mentioned the New Start. We don't rest. We don't drink water. We don't eat what we're supposed to eat, and then we expect our bodies to function. We can't function if we're not putting in the right things inside our bodies. You know, and so we need to make sure as the New Year is approaching. A lot of times New Year start, so we will make New Year's resolution, and we start good January and we fall off. So later on in our program, we want to maybe talk a little bit about how do we start committed healthy lifestyle routine for the new year. You know, but right now I want you to share a little bit about different types of salads. Vegetable salads that our viewers can try. Step away from the lettuce, cucumber, and tomato. That's boring. Just saying it is boring. Try something new. As you've seen in the video, Ms. Kay showed us an awesome presentation, demonstration of something new, a different type of salad that we're used to seeing. Share with us, what are some of the salads that you make at home?
Okay, well, now it's going to be Christmas season. Thanksgiving is on Thursday. For those who celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. And
in advance. Happy Thanksgiving in advance. Share with us.
So we have the Christmas or the Thanksgiving festive season. You can have something like, you can have arugula. Arugula is a type of lettuce. If you can't get arugula or do that, you can also, there's something that they sell in the supermarket. It's grown locally. It's called the spring mix. In that, for those of people who live in Ladyville, you can get it at one of the supermarkets. It's called a spring mix. It has a little purple lettuce. It has a bit of arugula. It has the local lettuce, and it has a bit of romaine. You can buy. It's not very expensive. It runs like $4 a packet. So you can buy that, and you can do it with roasted garlic. This is kind of what you call a roasted garlic arugula salad. If you can't do the spring mix,
go ahead.
If you can't do the spring mix, you can just get the local lettuce. The local lettuce, and you get roasted garlic, and you throw that in with a bit of olive oil. That's okay. There's also, you can, if you don't like all of those things, you can do the Greek salad.
And we have the pictures going up on screen for you, so you can get hungry along with me here on set. Get hungry with the team.
Yeah, we have the Greek salad, which is feta cheese, red onions, tomato, and cucumbers. And feta cheese, it's not very expensive, audience. You can get a little case and you can put a little sprinkle of it. It's a white cheese, almost like goat cheese. You spread that. So you have red onions. You can buy 2 at the market for $1. 2 red onions for $1. You get a red onions, a bit of cucumber, tomato, and it's called a Greek salad. And you know the Greeks live very long because they enjoy eating healthy. We also have salads that we call the Mexican corn salad. Well, that one we can do. The same original salad, but you add some corn to it or some beans. Maybe you call it a Tex-Mex salad.
Nice.
You put some corn, you put some beans in that, some of your red beans that are already cooked, you throw it in that and you have a meal. And if you think that you're not full, you throw in a bit of a starch. You can eat 2 tortillas. You can eat whatever you want to eat with it, but make sure you get your salad in. We have the ones with avocado. Well, they say avocado is the world's perfect food.
I agree. I agree.
It is. It has all the nutrients that you want. Avocado has that. And avocado, you can do whatever you want with it. Put it in the salad. You can eat it raw. I sit down, I eat a whole avocado, and then I'm happy afterwards. So we can do that. Then we have fruit salads that you can do. In Belize, again, I think strawberries are expensive, blueberries are expensive, so not everybody could be able to do that.
Yeah.
But there's like what we call 5 fingers, or it's called star fruit, we call it in Belize.
Okay, yeah.
You can cut that up and put that in your salad. I'm thinking of what I see at the market that's inexpensive that you can use. You can also, pineapple, you can cut that up and put it in your salads.
Papayas.
Papayas.
Tropical.
Some people do tropical. You do a nice, and you get it in. And on top of that, you have a tomato, you cut it up and put it in.
Perfect.
So you've gotten your vitamin C, you get your vitamin D, you get vitamin A, and you said because that has to be half of your plate. Remember, half of your plate should be vegetables, and the other you have 2 quarters left, starches, and your protein.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
What is your take on eating vegetables and fruit at the same time? I know some people say it's not good. Some people say it won't mesh. What's your take on that?
I personally, I have nothing to say against it because people always advise that you eat your fruit before your meal.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And people do that. And I practice that sometimes. But when it comes to salad, everything goes in the mix. Because most times I have apples. I love apples in my salad. So most of the salads that I do at home has an apple, or it has what we call the tangerines. I put tangerines in my salad, so I eat that together. So I can't say, I won't say anything against it, but I can't say. I think once we get it in, no matter how we can get it in, once we get it in, that's what matters.
Yes. And the thing is, like you said, it's just to practice, get into the habit of making salads daily. Feeding your family salads, be it raw or cooked. Get the vegetables in. You know, juicing. That's another way we could get vegetables in. And that's another topic, but juicing is a perfect way, to get it in.
Yes.
As we are wrapping up our show for today, I want for you to speak to our viewer at this time who may, like me, want to live a healthier lifestyle for 2023. And consuming vegetables may have been a challenge for 2022, but now listening to this program, they've learned a little bit and they want to start up back again.
Yes.
So what advice would you give to that person that may want to live a healthier lifestyle in the new year and for the most part consume more vegetables and salads, add it more into their meals?
Again, as I said on the top of the program this morning, consistency and small steps, baby steps. With everything in life, there is a starting point. They said 1,000 steps begins with 1 step. So if you want to incorporate, because in January, everybody makes New Year's resolution. I'm going to eat healthier this year. And by the 6th week, you're falling off. But we can do it, audience. We can do it. You start small. You always try to buy some vegetables, incorporate it in whatever meal. Tomatoes, they said the more you cook, it becomes an antioxidant. So the more you eat your boiled tomatoes, the better it is for you. Maybe your kids don't like raw tomatoes, so you throw it into whatever they like.
Pasta.
The pasta.
Marinara.
Your marinara sauce, you can do that for your kids. You try to cook a little healthy. You cannot feed them on starches now. They'll grow up eating that. Why do you think obesity is now one of the top killers in our, not only in the United States, but in our society,
Yes.
please, our small society. We have so many ills, men going around. We have diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and this place is living in a good country. We have everything we need. God gave us everything we need from nature. And again, we don't need to eat all the rice. We have yams, or we have corn, we have green bananas. We have starches, but they are from the ground. They are natural. They are not refined like white rice. And the reason we can take a lot of the white from our meals. We can take off the white rice. We can take off the white flour. We can incorporate that with whole grains, legumes, and vegetables. And to answer the question, just take small steps. Today you have carrots. You said I couldn't handle the grated carrots. Maybe you cut it and you throw it into your chicken. You cut it up, cook it with your chicken, and then you give your kids a piece of chicken with a piece of carrot. Tomorrow you try something else. Or maybe do the carrot for the whole week. But remember, you can't eat too much carrots, then you might turn your skin orange. But you incorporate small steps. You let them see. Or you can, when my kids were very little, I would make faces with the vegetables. I learned how to do maybe an eyes with a cucumber, a nose with a carrot, and I would do a lot of things. But they always grew up loving vegetables, so I never had that problem. So train your kids. Remember, the Bible said, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he should not depart from it. And that's not only for serving God and loving God, it's for a way of life and our healthy living.
Yes. Well, Miss Kay, I truly, truly enjoy this conversation. I always enjoy when I'm chatting because I'm sitting at her feet and I'm learning. I always learn a whole lot when I'm at
She's giving me some kudos.
But I'm sure viewers learned as well, and it is so true what you said. I don't have a challenge with my family consuming vegetables or fruits because from birth, my kids have been eating, this way.
This way,
and so again, I go back and I implore our mothers to start. We have power in our hands to choose what we buy in our groceries. Don't just grab anything. Consider the health of your family. As we are venturing off into a new year, 2023, let's take on this challenge. I mean, eating healthier, a healthy lifestyle is a journey.
It is.
It's not an overnight thing. We're not expecting you to just go cold turkey on everything. But, gradually walking away from maybe things like noodles, that's a popular thing in Belize.
Yes.
How healthy it is, I don't know. But, tell yourself, begin to eliminate things from your health that consciously know is not healthy. We've been consuming year in, year out. It's time for a change. It's time for us to live healthier. You may not be able to afford everything, but like Ms. Kay said, one step at a time. One step at a time. As long as we are making strides towards living a healthier life, we will feel healthy, and of course, we will look
healthy.
Yes. All right. And so with that, I want to thank you so much for being with me on the show this morning, Miss Kay.
My pleasure.
And I also want to thank you, our viewers, for staying with us to the end. And with that, we say, God bless.
God bless.
As a non-profit organization, the Adventist Television Network solely relies on your financial support. By partnering with us through a monthly donation, you will help us to continue to fulfill the mission in taking the gospel into all the world. For more information, please call 613-9351 or email us at atnfin@cbm.belizeunion.org. Thank you for your prayers and support of the ATN ministry, and together we may hasten the soon coming of our Lord Jesus Christ.